Hey guys, I've got 3 tips for you if you're a beginner runner and you want to get out the door and put some miles in. So my first tip for you is to focus on enjoying it. That is the number one tip above everything. It's just to really focus on enjoying your running. You're more likely to do something that you enjoy. You're just going to come back to it more often. You're going to do it more often if you enjoy it. It's a simple fact. And it's so easy when you start running to think about pace and all these things and how far you should go, how many times you should run, and go out and put in a really hard effort and come back after a mile, 2 miles, maybe less, whatever you do, and feel knackered and horrible and just think I hated that. That was disgusting. I don't want to do it again. Why would anyone want to do this? I want you to avoid going out on your first run and just hating it. And I think enjoying it is so vital. Enjoying it is the number one thing, because there are people who run massive ultra marathons. They run 240 miles, and you think if you running a mile is horrendous, you must think like, how do they run that far? And the reason is they do just enjoy it. So that's the thing. So whether that is using that time to just clear your head and go out, no music, nothing, just enjoy it, just listen to the world, look around, explore, maybe run some trails, try something new, or a bit of fitness, just a bit of moving your body, getting active, burning some calories, getting a sweat on, whatever it is. Even if you go out and put an audiobook on and you run for 30 minutes, but you listen to this audiobook, you don't really concentrate on the running, you just zone out, listen to the book, listen to a podcast, listen to some of your favourite music. All these things can be reasons to enjoy your run. And for me, I enjoy it so much, and I will go out and I will listen to audiobooks, I listen to podcasts, I will go out and just think about something that has been on my mind all day and just let it simmer, and it can be so beneficial. So enjoying it is key, absolute key, because you're just going to keep coming back and back and back if it's something that you love to do. And if you can get consistency with something that you enjoy, you're just going to improve, and that improvement will take the enjoyment up a notch again. So that is my first tip for you, is just to focus on enjoying it above all, above pace, above gear, above anything else, above burning the calories so you can eat another donut. Just focus on enjoying it. That is the best thing. So then my second tip for you is to stop comparing, because it's so easy as a first time runner to go out and run a mile, and you do it in 13 minutes, 14 minutes, and you look on Strava or something like that, and there's people doing 7-minute miles or 9-minute miles or 8-minute miles, or some people can do 5-minute miles. But what happens is when you compare, you always compare up, and what you're doing is you're just comparing to people who are in a completely different place to you. So there's no point. I've had friends who have started running and they compare to me and they say, oh, you're running so fast. And I always message them back and say, oh yeah, but I've got a mate Lee and he runs at this pace. Like, I compare myself to him. You can always compare yourself up. So there's no need to do it. And the other thing is comparing to yesterday's run. You don't have to, especially at the start, because fitness is like a base that slowly builds. So if you go out and run today and then you run again tomorrow, but tomorrow you run slower, you're thinking, why haven't I got better? And it's probably because your legs are tired. It's because of yesterday's run, and things take time to accumulate. So I just think for the first month, 6 weeks, don't even look at the times, don't look at the pace, just enjoy it. Like, loads of people have the watches. I've got one, I use it every run. You don't need it. You really don't need it, especially if you're just starting. And it comes back to that point of just enjoying it. You don't want to come back from a run that you really enjoyed and then look at your pace and go, I'm not happy with that, and then feel really bad about a run. There's no point doing that. It doesn't benefit anything. Don't compare. You don't need to compare. So my third tip for you is to set a goal. And that seems really odd coming off the back of saying don't compare. Now, What I will say is that having a goal just gives you something to keep in mind. Now, the goal does not have to be ridiculous. It doesn't have to be a marathon. It doesn't have to be 5-minute miles. It doesn't have to be 7-minute miles or whatever. It can be though. If you're sat there now and you're thinking, well, I've run once and I hated it, but I would really love to do a 100-mile ultra marathon, you can definitely do it. You're just going to need the time, and you're just going to need to keep chipping away. So don't set goals just for the sake of setting goals. Think about what you want to achieve. Think about what you want to do. And these goals could be anything. It can be 1K, 1 mile, 5K, 10K, a half marathon. It can be running twice a week. It can be running for 10 minutes without stopping. It can be running for an hour without stopping. It can be running a local hill. It can be running a local route. It can be running with a local running club. It can be running on a track. It can be running down a mountain. It can be running from a dog. It doesn't really matter. Okay, actually, that's not really a goal, is it? Running from a dog, you know what I mean. A goal is just something that just keeps you ticking over, and I just think it's such a great way to build in a little bit of motivation. But what I will say about this is this third tip I don't think you should do in the first 6 weeks. I think you should focus on enjoying it, and then you'll slowly probably build a little bit of obsession. That's what I find anyway. You start doing something, you focus on enjoying it, you learn loads about it, and then you just get obsessed. And that's when a goal comes into place, because you can go like, oh, okay, now I really want to do that 5K. Just go out and just smash it. And that, you will enjoy that process. And just, it's all about the enjoyment of it. And that will get you through it, no matter what you're doing it for, whether you're doing it to lose weight or whether you're doing it to compete. It really doesn't matter. If you enjoy it, you're going to do it more. So that is my 3 tips for you. So number 1 is just focusing on enjoying it. Number 2 is to stop comparing. And number 3 is to set a goal. I really hope this helps you. It's such fun to run. It's absolutely amazing. And I really hope that you can get the benefit from it that I have, both physically and mentally. So yeah, I really hope that you're going out there. If you have any tips for running, stick them in the comments below, because I'm sure loads of people will be reading the comments, seeing if there's any more, and I know loads of you will have your own tips that are really helpful. So please do put them down there. If you've got any questions, please send them in, because I love answering people's questions, and I'm sure there's loads of things that I missed in this video. I'd love it if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel. I have a running vlog that goes out every week, which is all about me training for a 100-mile ultra marathon, towing a drum kit behind me, and then at the end I'm going to play a gig. It's a little bit mad. It all started from a bit of a joke, but it made me become obsessed with ultra running. So it's absolutely great fun, and I would love to have you along with that. And that challenge is all raising money for the incredible charity, which is Cardiac Risk in the Young. I'm doing lots of reviews on the channel, and I'm going to be talking more about tips and things that you can do to improve your running and get into running. So if you want to follow that, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.